Out of all the teams, out of all the games this week, I would really want the Clippers to get a win against the Warriors. Like, out of all the teams, I wanted to get the win against the Warriors because Warriors are like literally the best team in the NBA as of right now until Kawhi comes back. So, what pretty much happened? Well, in the first 3 quarters, it looks like we were just going toe to toe. It was actually a really close game, and then all hell just broke loose when Jordan Poole just got back, just pretty much heated up. He pretty much turned to Klay Thompson, honestly, after Isaiah Hartenstein got a got a block and then stared him down. Damn it, Hart! What the heck did you have to even do that? Like, Hart, come on, Isaiah Hartenstein. You pretty much just woke up Jordan Poole. Don't do that again. Please don't do that again. But all jokes aside, though, I mean, first of all, I would just wish a happy birthday to Brandon Boston Jr. Happy birthday, Brandon Boston. He's 20 years old. He should be getting minutes along with Jay Scrub because I know for a fact both of them will be extremely effective for the Los Angeles Clippers, but for some reason they're not getting minutes. I don't know, is it whether to hide their trade values or some other reasons like that? Or you're trying to jack up other players' trade values? I hope that's just the reasoning, but let me just, get pretty much actually get into what exactly happened. So, first of all, I'm going to talk about the good part. The good part about Paul George, he was still being Paul George. He was still being a superstar. He was still making mid range. He was still keeping us alive in this game. He was pretty much doing most of the work. And the second best player of the game was, believe it or not, Marcus Morris Sr. Ever since when Marcus Morris came back from the injury, like one big indication is when Morris is fully healthy, he actually plays pretty good. And what happens? What happened with Morris today? He was actually making shots, making threes. He was actually hustling as well too. Like one of the I believe Zubac missed a free throw, then Morris just pretty much had a nice putback. Actually, it could either be Morris or Bledsoe, because Bledsoe, I'm not gonna lie, he also played pretty good. He was getting he was driving to the lane, getting some layups. He was actually, I believe he was okay at the 3 point line. He was not as bad as he usually is, so I got to give him that. But I know the two biggest weakness of this game, the reason why we lost, is basically on the two players, Reggie Jackson and Luke Canard. Now, as for Reggie Jackson, it was just definitely not his day. Like, I know in other games, Reggie Jackson, he would be a bucket. He would be lighting it up. But I mean, today Reggie just really, really had a bad day. He had 0 points. I mean, look, I just hope he just bounced back, but I'm sure he will. Like, especially I just want to play good against the really good team, so that way it could really show how good we are. But it was just one of those days. And then and Luke Kennard, on the other hand, he had, I believe, 5 points. Basically, technically, it was 2 points, but he hit a three during garbage time. But he kind of is going back to the Luke Kennard in the beginning of the season. He was getting burnt really easily by other guards. Um, his ball handling skills, especially when he would kind of try to penetrate, it would get stripped. So of course it would give the Warriors the big advantage. Steph Curry, this dude, Steph Curry, literally just he got the whole crowd cheering on him. Like Curry just all of a sudden got possessed, and I believe it was the fourth quarter. Like he was literally making every types of shots, just every types of shots. He just could not miss. So, and that's the really unfortunate part about this game. But other than that, I mean, like, what could I pretty much really like say? There's not really much to say. Reggie Jackson, Luke Canard just pretty much had a pretty bad game, especially Reggie, because Reggie would usually be clutch, but it's just not his game. But but please just give Reggie like give Reggie some slack. It is his bad game. Reggie is definitely usually not like this. Like, but we just definitely need to get Reggie back in rhythm. Luke Kennard could definitely has been quiet for like a week as well too. He hasn't been anything significant, but he was like a big team plus like kind of recently. So that's that. Um, I, I mean, Ibaka didn't play too much, but that's not really a true issue, I guess. Um, Zubac, Zubac was a target with a lot of guards, but Zubac did show sign that he has still solid rim protections, but again, that's pretty much what I could say. But other than that, that's just pretty much what happened today. The Golden State Warriors was just playing like the Golden State Warriors. Like they're pretty like one thing I would compliment about the Golden State Warriors is they play pretty darn smart. Like their ball movement is like perfection. Cause I know the Clippers they did move the ball pretty good, so I'll give the Clippers that. But damn, but at the same time though, we had like what 20 plus turnovers, that is actually really horrendous. We definitely need to cut it cut it in half at least. Like that's always the biggest Clippers kryptonite is turnovers. And I know one thing Ty Lue could have done is like he could have took out Luke Kennard. He could have put Terrence Mann in because I know Terrence Mann he could have definitely helped with bringing in energy and slowing down players like Curry and Jordan Poole, especially because Terrence Mann plays great defense. He hustles. He does everything that you would want him to do. And pretty much, I know if Pat Bev was on the team, let's just say Curry would not be as his momentum would not be as great as like compared to right now. Not saying Bledsoe did bad, but I still miss Patrick Beverly till this day. But again, this should just officially wrap up this video. So be sure to leave a comment, like, or subscribe, or dislike if you disagree. And please be sure to sign my petition, because we all want to see the Clippers play on Merry Christmas, right? But that's that.